All right, let's just jump right in. We are living through, and I mean right now, one of the most dramatic shifts in the workplace in, well, ever. And you know, the big thing the headlines keep missing is that this isn't just about jobs being lost, it's about jobs changing, evolving. So we're going to break down exactly which jobs are in trouble, which ones are absolutely exploding with new opportunities, and most importantly, how you can get yourself on the winning side of this whole thing. And this right here, this is the core idea we have to wrap our heads around. This isn't some sci-fi prediction for 2050. This is what's happening today. A single person, when you give them the right AI tools, can literally produce the same amount of work as a whole team. Just let that sink in for a second, because it changes, well, it changes everything about how we value work itself. So we have to start with the uncomfortable truth. You know, to really get a handle on the opportunity, we first have to look the threat square in the eye. Certain jobs, they aren't just in decline. They are being systematically automated, basically out of existence.
Data entry, that's probably the most obvious casualty, right? On one side, you have a person manually processing documents, one by one. And on the other, you have an AI doing the exact same thing, but thousands of times faster and with almost zero errors. So, if your job is mostly about moving information around, well, you're now competing with that. And let's be real, that kind of work has a very, very short shelf life. We're maybe talking 2 years before it's almost completely gone.
This is where the scale of this whole thing just hits you like a ton of bricks. 360,000 hours. That's how much work one AI system replaced in 1 year at one company for just one task. That's not a small efficiency gain, folks. That is a full-blown industrial-level revolution happening in office buildings right now. But here's the twist that's catching everyone by surprise. It's moving up the ladder way faster than anyone thought. It's not just data entry anymore. We're talking about basic coding, simple graphic design, things we used to think of as skilled, creative work. They're being turned into commodities. If your main selling point is just simple execution, you're now in direct competition with tools that are basically free.
And check this out. A Stanford study found that developers using AI assistants get their work done 56% faster. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to need half as many developers. No. It means we need a totally different kind of developer, one who uses these tools to focus on the big picture, the complex problems, not just banging out simple code. And then you've got call centers. The phrase mass extinction event might sound a little over the top, but honestly, it's pretty accurate. AI chatbots and voice assistants can now handle the huge majority of customer issues without any human needing to get involved. And get this, often with higher customer satisfaction scores. If you want to see what that mass extinction looks like in the real world, just look at the payment company Klarna. They replaced the work of 700 full-time agents with a single AI tool. This isn't a prediction, it's a real-world case study. The writing isn't just on the wall, it's in blinking neon lights.
Okay, but here's where the story takes a turn, where it gets really exciting. For every single role that's shrinking, there are new roles popping up that are more creative, they pay better, and frankly, they're a heck of a lot more interesting. So let's see how this threat actually builds into a massive opportunity.
Forget the old corporate ladder. This is the new one. You have AI-assisted developers becoming the new tech wizards. You have AI product builders who are launching whole companies with AI as their co-founder. Automation engineers, they're the essential plumbers of this new economy. And then you have AI-powered solo creators building entire media empires right from their laptop. And this quote from a developer, it just says it all, doesn't it? Their value didn't go down. It went through the roof. They're using AI as a force multiplier, achieving things that used to be impossible for one person. And you better believe companies are willing to pay a huge premium for that kind of productivity.
I really want to zoom in on this role for a second. The automation engineer. These folks don't have to be geniuses inventing new AI. Not at all. They just need to know how to connect and implement the tools that already exist. McKinsey thinks 60 to 70% of all business tasks can be automated, and companies are desperately searching for the people who can make that happen.
Okay, so we've seen the what, the jobs that are changing. Now let's talk about the how. What are the actual specific skills you need to be working on to not just survive, but to actually come out on top in this new world? This right here is the single most important mindset shift you can possibly make. The race is no longer you versus a machine. It's you armed with AI versus another person who isn't. That is the new dividing line in the entire professional world. And here's your playbook. It's 4 simple things. First, AI is great at doing, but it stinks at strategy.
Your value is in your judgment and asking the right questions. Second, you have to learn the language of AI. Third, you've got to be an integrator, someone who can pull all the AI-generated pieces together into something valuable. And fourth, you have to show people what you can do, not just tell them.
Let's talk about this term, prompt engineering. It sounds technical, but it's not. Think of it like this. AI is the most powerful intern in the world. The quality of work it gives you is 100% dependent on how good your instructions are. That skill, the art of giving clear, smart instructions to an AI, that's what we're talking about. And learning it will pay off in every single field imaginable.
All right, so we've covered the big picture. Now let's bring it all the way down to earth. Let's get super practical. What can you do, like today, right now, to start moving in the right direction? This right here is your personal roadmap. Just find where you fit. If you're in a job that feels a little shaky, don't panic, but you have to start learning. Start moving up the value chain before you're forced to. If you're building a career, pick one of these growing fields and just go all in for 90 days. Build stuff, make a portfolio. And if you're a business owner, you need to be auditing every single job in your company and asking, how can AI make this person better?
Okay, I know, a list of tools can look a little overwhelming. Don't worry about it. Just think of this as a menu. The easiest place for anyone to start is in that content and creation box. Pick ChatGPT or Claude. Just open it up and start a conversation. Ask it to help you write an email. The goal isn't to master all of these. Just pick one and start playing around. Seriously, the barrier to entry has never, ever been lower.
And this really is the final and most important takeaway of all. The time for passively reading articles about AI is over. The people who win are going to be the ones who roll up their sleeves and actually start making things, creating things, producing things with these tools. That's the only way to build real skill and create real value.
So, as we wrap this up, just know this. The job market isn't falling apart, it's being reborn. The greatest professional opportunity of our lifetimes is happening right now for anyone willing to team up with AI. This shift is coming, whether we're ready for it or not, so the only question that's left really is, which side of it are you going to be on?